countryside there.
Oh my God, I know. I've decided to decamp spiritually and virtually to the Highlands.
This looks fabulous behind you. And the weather out here as another storm rolls in.
Yeah. I thought the background of a storm and a grey January day was just not conducive for whiskey, for this whiskey.
Driving across the countryside on Sunday evening with Storm Isha starting to come in right across Gloucestershire and
wow, did you see it come
in the dark through the trees? Yeah, there was lots of standing water, big puddles in pitch black roads, and lots of cosmic debris on the roads as all these trees are shedding bits of branches. So that was a pretty intense drive home, I must admit.
Oh my God, it must have been like the film Twister. It was the first time that I've seen orange lightning on Sunday. So I was like in bed, but big window, and there was a massive orange flash, and I was like, that's really weird. Maybe didn't think. And then there was another one like 30 seconds later, and then about 10 seconds after that there was an enormous orange flash that filled the whole window, because I was like, it's like, has there been a pylon or something? But it was, like orange lightning. I was like, is this the end of the world?
I'm just getting a little voice in my ear here, Alex. Yeah, we are live on All Systems Go. Charlotte's just told us we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah, all systems go.
It's like being in a BBC studio here with little messages.
God, I know. I'm the roving reporter.
Yeah, you're the roving reporter out.
I'm the Andy Peters.
Yeah, it's a glorious day here.
Okay, what have we got coming up today?
Okay, well, what have we got? I'm going to start in Islay with probably one. It's probably one of the big ones. It's definitely one of the big ones in my list. It's a Port Ellen 41-year-old bottled by the chaps at Master of Malt. I know this is something that we bought of, and this was a little bit of leftover, so there was just 35 bottles of this 41-year-old Port Ellen from 1982. So it's a pretty special stash. Classic Port Ellen, and the ABV I think remained quite good for 41 years as well. So they were sold out. Tickets were just £20, and this would set you back something like $3,500 for a bottle of this. Whereas, I mean, the amount of Port Ellen that's left really can't be much. There are people just
starting off big.
Okay, let's grab that. Are we ready with that wheel, Alex?
We are, and my virtual background has just shut off. So share the wheel, Dave.
I'll get the wheel up, and let's pick a winner. And I've lost your sound now as well.
That's because my mic is muted, but now it's not. I've just lost my background.
Is that wheel ready? It looks a bit blank.
Let me try and reshare it with you. Hang on, because it looked a bit funny then, didn't it?
It didn't look great there, did it? No.
The normal wheel. I think that's the wheel. I think this is the wheel that we're... Let me give it another go. Hang on. Sorry for this. It was fine, and then I clicked on it. Looked a bit mad.
Oh, you got a wee doggy.
There we go. This is better.
Is that the one? Have you got it?
I've got it.
Full screen it, Whipper. Okay, let's pick a winner for the 1982 41-year-old Port Ellen. Oliver. Hey, look at that. Mr. Oliver.
Congratulations, Oliver.
Congratulations. That's wonderful news. It's a cracking old Port Ellen, that's for sure.
Congratulations, Oliver.
Hey. Yeah, love a drop of old Port Ellen. Very difficult to find a good one, that's for sure. It's, like I say, where is Rockin' Horse? Poop. as we would say. Okay, what's up next? Well, I thought we'd stay on Islay and we'd go to the other end of the island, up on the top, and we'd go for this Caol Ila, which is a 2008 Samaroli release, which is an independent bottler from Italy, very famous, well known. Always seems to manage to get his hands on some wonderful whiskies in the past. I've tasted some fantastic old Samarolis. This one is a 2008, bottled in 2021. Yeah, it's a £5 a ticket, this was. So retail, if you want to go out and buy yourself one, it costs you about £300. So let's pick a winner for our Caol Ila.
Angie, congratulations.
Angie Ripper. Excellent. Congratulations, Angie. Enjoy that 2008 Caol Ila. Okay, up next is a trio. This is definitely something I would put in for. This is if I could buy a ticket. They were £12 a ticket. These are 3 25-year-olds from our friends at Douglas Lang. Their extra old particular series. It's a trio. There's a Craigellachie 25-year-old, fantastic, from the Eastern Highlands. There's a Delmore right across on the west coast in Islay. So there's a 25-year-old Delmore, and then probably the remotest, hardest to get to is the Jura 25-year-old in there as well. So yeah, 3 excellent Douglas Lang bottlings in their little wooden boxes there, all 25 years old, all bottled at cask strength. So this is a steal. I would definitely pumped up for a ticket here. They were just 199, and I don't think it wasn't a sellout. So odds have just got a bit better for you if you did buy a ticket.
And here we go. Let's see who is the winner of this trio. Congratulations.
And L. Wonderful. Congratulations. 3 Cracken 25-year-old, independently bottled from Douglas Lang. It's a great collection of whiskies right there. Yeah, there's a load more gone up. I've just looked at what's been put up over the weekend. Some cracking whiskies, a complete set, a full collection of the Kilkerran work in progress that you just couldn't buy. This is a private collection by the looks of things that's come up. 10 bottles of whiskey in one prize there, in one competition there. Okay, let's move on swiftly. Let's move on. It is Berry Brothers and Rudd. So this Berry Brothers and Rudd, another independent bottler, one of the oldest family wine shops. I've got a beautiful shop down in Pall Mall in London. If you want to go down there and have a look, if you can get into the vaults underneath there and get a little tour around
amazing. It's actually underneath it. It was Henry VIII's tennis court.
The old whiskey shop used to be Henry VIII's tennis. Yeah, behind
and they still have the scales where people, I think it was in the 1800s, used to go in for a weekly weigh-in, and they've got the logbook there. It's amazing to be in there.
It is amazing. Yeah, I've been. Yeah, the old whiskey shop in the old shop used to have the back wall of the tennis courts there, and if you get down into the cellars underneath, or the tasting rooms, and fantastic. Anyway, yes, there's not that many distilleries on Orkney, so it's quite easy to guess which one this comes from. It was distilled back in 1999. Single hockey from up until 2021, and bottled at cask strength. Just 204 bottles available. So let's pick a winner for this one.
Here we go.
And tickets were just £5 for this one.
Bargain. An absolute bargain.
What is if you win it?
Yeah. RJC.
Congratulations, RJ. Yeah, a cracking old Orkney that's probably from HP. You don't see a lot of the other one, that's for sure. And it should be spectacular. What did I pick up next? Okay, yes, of course. It's the Loch Lomond 30-year-old. I'm expecting good things from this since the new owners came in and looked after all the stock. A 30-year-old Loch Lomond. I've had some old Loch Lomond in the past, a long, long time ago. That was it was okay. It was nothing special, but I know things have changed dramatically since it changed hands and the stock had been re-racked. And this is a 30-year-old single malt, so this has been a marriage of a few casks, not a huge collection of casks to bring this together, but it would have been some refill, some re-racking in there to change the dimension of some of the whiskies that we just put in there, because it wasn't really looked after in the past. I'm going back 10 years plus, and so the new owners have had some time to sort this out and get some cracking whiskies, and they have. Glen Scotia and Loch Lomond have really been banging their drums and bringing out some wonderful whiskies recently. So I'm expecting great things out of this, and this is our next lot. Should we pick a winner?
Amazing. Let's see who's going to win this beautiful Loch Lomond. Okay, here we go.
The tickets for this was £6, and to buy one of these, it cost me over £550.
Well, yes.
Well, you have just won yourself a 30-year-old whiskey from Loch Lomond Distillery. Cracking. Okay, what have we got next? Well, I got I thought we'd save this one till an ultimate one.
Biggie till last.
It's a collection of colours from the Delmore. It's their sort of core collection. They're 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, 18-year-old, and a 21-year-old, all from the Highland Distillery of Delmore.
This is a prize.
It's not a it's a big it's a big collection of Delmore standards. Their principal collection, I think they call it. Quite a complex collection of whiskies, certainly as they get older. The amount of different casks that they use. They're all known for using the big sherries and fortified wine casks. I know Richard Patterson loves those old Methuselah and Oloroso casks. So this £10 a ticket for this collection of 4 Delmores. Let's pick a winner.
Here we go. Oh, hang on. No, I'm in the wrong one. Sorry,
not that one. Not that one.
Hang on. I was getting too excited. Oh my goodness. Of course, something had to, two things have gone wrong. I blame the storm. I blame the blinking storm. Right, here we go. Back on track.
What is it? Jocelyn now, isn't it?
There we go. Yeah.
Delmore
collection. Here we are.
Delmore collection.
Right. We're good to go. Who's going to win these amazing 4 bottles?
This is the same tune all the way through to that, isn't it?
David H. Congratulations.
David Worthington? No, not David Worthington. It's not me. Honest, it's not me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Congratulations, David. Collection of Delmores for you.
Beautiful collection. Lovely. I'd like to be tucked up with those in this awful storm.
Yeah. You can take them. I'll take the Douglas Langs then.
Deal.
Right. Our final one this afternoon's draw is a Craigellachie 37-year-old single malt. This is a master malt special? No, this is not. This is 37 years old at 46. There was a special last week, wasn't it? This is the old one. They used to do Craigellachie is quite an old distillery, and it's been the backbone of blends for a long, long time. It wasn't until 2014 really that it became a brand in its own right. when Doers owned them. There used to be a Craigellachie in the Flora and Fauna series when DCL owned them, but this is one of the Speyside distilleries that still uses a worm tub. Still, a lot of their whiskey goes into the blends, into the Dewar's blends, the White Horse blends. I think it was one of the White Horse distilleries, that worm tub, that big, meaty, sort of punchy style of whiskey. As it gets older, it just gets more savoury, I think. We bottled, as Boutique, we bottled some wonderful young Craigellachie. And I remember when this brand came to life, I did manage to get to visit the distillery. It's a cracking looking distillery in the heart of Craigellachie. Normally you can't visit it unless there's an event going on, like the Spirit of Speyside.
Invite only, such a VIP.
Invite only, that's right.
VIW.
Yeah.
Very important whiskey.
Yeah, it's
VIWP.
It's a cracking distillery, big distillery, make a lot of whiskey, but you don't see an awful lot of it. They when they released their own line, they were mostly in prime numbers. So there was a 13-year-old, a 17-year-old. I think 37 might be a prime number. I can't remember. I can't remember all my prime numbers. But yes, this will be delicious. I would certainly have bought a ticket for this one.
Let's see. Should we see who's gonna win it?
Let's pick out a winner for this one.
Okay, here we go. We're on the right wheel. Things are looking good. So Min, congratulations.
Congratulations, So Min. And that concludes this week's draw. Well done. We've got through that. Okay, thanks everyone behind the scenes who have been putting all these things together, like the overlays and the wheels and the notes, and uploading all of the other bits and pieces. What's coming up?
What have we got coming up? What bottles can we expect over the next week or so?
Well, next week we've got a pretty impressive collection. There's a couple that caught my eye. There's a 40-year-old Feta can. There's a Highland Park 30-year-old, which is their last year's release from Highland Park, which would be a banger. There's a 24-year-old Forgotten Gems from Ardbeg. Here's one that's really caught my eye. Is an Imperial 26-year-old. I'm quite partial to old Imperials. You don't see an awful lot of them around these days. Distillery closed long time ago, and you don't see an awful lot of them around. And some of the 96, 97-year-olds have been absolutely banging. There's a 1975 from the Speyside Distillery of Dufton. Again, one of those distilleries you don't see an awful lot of around. It doesn't have its own brand per se, Dufton. Most of it goes into the Singleton of Dufton. And which one do we get over? Do we get Singleton of Dufton? There's 3 distilleries make up the Singleton range, and they go into different markets. But yeah, that would be something that really caught my eyes. That's an independently bottled from Berry Brothers and Rudd, so 75. That would have been good. I don't expect they made an awful lot of whiskey in 76 and the long hot summer.
Long hot summer. They were out drinking it.
There's also a Tomor 31-year-old. That's all in next week's draw. The one that sold out pretty quickly was a little Japanese distillery that only came online in 2018, Kanosuke. It's a really incredible little distillery, and this was one of their limited edition releases, one of their first sort of whiskies, and that sold out pretty damn quickly. It's only like £5 a ticket. I remember when this distillery opened, I actually met the distiller out in Japan when I was on boutique duties out there, and tasted the new make spirit, and it was delicious. They had an interesting setup with 3 stills, and they were making peated and unpeated malt. Very, very interesting.
Interesting.
And an awful lot of new stuff went up today or this week, including a 1969 Glenrothes. Come on, 1969 Glenrothes. What was happening in 1969, Alex?
Was it the Summer of Love?
It was. I'm pretty certain they landed on the moon. And they stepped foot on the moon.
They might have landed on the moon.
It was 69, wasn't it? Moon landings in 69.
Was it the first? When was the first Glastonbury?
I remember watching that on a black and white grainy TV.
Really?
I remember that on the radio and on the
TV. Is it a conspiracy though? Is the Moulani a conspiracy? Why haven't we been back there?
Have you ever been a project manager in the past? Have you ever managed projects?
I know where you're going, and I understand. Yeah.
You know where you think that could be kept secret for that long? Come on, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's some pretty impressive stuff. Lefroy 36-year-old. I say that Kilkerran work in progress. The full collection of 10 bottles. I don't think money. It's a money can't buy collection. Really, money could buy if you hung around in enough auctions to pick them up. There's a 30-year-old Glen Turret, and I did taste that at the whiskey show last year. It's one of those whiskies that you just want to sit in a corner and contemplate life. It's delicious.
I feel like I might need one of those for lunch now, Dave. That's what I want to be doing for lunch.
What one of them?
What am I doing? When will I go to the moon?
For lunch? Is that what you're saying, Alex?
I mean, that's Friday. That's Friday lunch. Not a Tuesday lunch.
Some sort of special Tuesday lunch. So yeah, all of these are available at masterofmalt.com/competitions. The winners will be contacted this week. They can't wait. Our little elves in the warehouse can't wait to send those prizes out to you. Seriously, send your happy, smiling faces with your winnings. I've just seen some of the new pictures that have been put up there. Thank you so much for sending your pictures. It really does make us feel a lot better.
We love them.
Holding the bottles, even more so when someone's opened one and poured it and holding the beers up to you. That's even better.
Oh, that is the fave.
You can't always do that.
Fave.
Sorry?
That is the mega fave.
Yeah, that is a mega fave. Almost as good as pictures with dogs and the whiskey.
Dogs, cats, exotic animals that are obviously UK legal.
Yeah. Aye, so thank you.
Same time next week, Dave.
Same time next week. Thank you, everyone. And
bye, everyone.
See you again soon, Alex.
See you later.